So, hey, how's it going, everyone? So, it's JMACK-Oregon. Just checking in. So, I don't usually do videos like vlogs or anything. But it was pointed out to me that on my last video, I didn't really tell the story right that I was trying to get out. And so, what it's about is there's an Indian reservation called Kahneetah. And it's where we had our honeymoon, and we spent a few days out there, and we go there quite often. It's a beautiful place. It's just amazing sights and views. So anyway, we was coming back from Eastern Oregon, and on the way back we said, hey, let's cut through Kahneetah and just enjoy the scenery. And as we did that, we went through, and there's a rest stop area that I like to stop at. Excuse me. Anyway, there's a rest stop area that I like to stop at, and there's a tree there, and the wind just blows to this tree. I call it a singing tree. It's a very spiritual place, and there's just this beautiful wind blowing. Oh, this thing's loud. Beautiful wind blowing through the trees, and anyway, it looks like a giant bonsai tree. And right in the crook of the tree, I told my wife, I says, hey, let's hide a crystal here, because we knew the eclipse was coming. And Kahneetah, on the Indian reservation, was in totality. We were going to be in totality, but in Salem, Oregon. It's where I got the eclipse photos that you can see on one of my other videos prior to this. So she says, hey, great idea. So we take the crystal and we put it there. Now there's a little backstory there. My wife collects lots of crystals and gems and stones and things like this. So, I mean, this is a healing crystal. And you can see they're just really, really beautiful and really special. She's got all kinds of different minerals on them. And she wears them, and one day I'll show you the collection in the other room. It's like museum quality stuff. But look at this. This is stuff that she's acquired. Just really beautiful. This isn't made. That's one piece of crystal. I don't know the names to all of these. She does. And then here we go. A bucket here. She gives these out to people. So anyway, we are believers in the healing crystal, and for positive energy, and there's just a number of things that crystals and gems are good for. Well, so we took this. She gives me a crystal, and she says, "Great idea." To get back to the story, and I walk down to the tree, and I stick it in the crook of the tree. Just another piece of bark, and we leave. And we're like, hey, right after the eclipse, we're going to come back out there. We're going to pick it up. Well, the eclipse happened. It was an amazing event. And, we're a couple hundred miles from Kahneetah. So I was kind of putting it off. And then I'm like, right about the time that I wanted to go out and go get it, the wildfires hit in Oregon. And they ripped through Kahneetah. I mean, it was heartbreaking, because the grasses that you see for miles and miles and miles in these meadows before they go into the mountains were all burned and singed and gone. A lot of the trees that were out there, even dead wood, they don't clean it up. The tree dies, they leave it, and it's beautiful, beautiful dried dead wood. The fires all swept through there and just took it all out. Got a dry throat. Well, as we're getting there closer, we realize that there's one whole side of this highway is just devastated, burned, and we're like, wow, we weren't recognizing where we were, because the topography had changed so much. So anyway, as we got closer, we're like, it's going to be burned, it's going to be gone. And I come around a turn up there, and I look down, and I can see the tree. I'm like, wow, the tree's great. It's still there. And we come winding down through the hills, and this side's burned, and this side isn't, and then this side is, and then both sides of the road are. Well, we get down to where the tree is, and across the street from the tree, the whole hillside's burned. I mean, it's just black, right? It's going to grow back, but it's just all the grasses are burned out, and everything's changed. And then where the tree is, there's little spots, little burn circles. You'll see this in the video. There's kind of a long video. I did a bad edit on it. But you see these circles on the ground, all around it, like it's people throwing cups of coffee, except these were burn marks that, you know, some of them were this big, some of them were this big, all around the base of this tree. But the tree wasn't burned. The other trees in the area were burned. I mean, they were gone. And I walk up to the tree, and I move the piece of wood, which you can see in the video, and I reach in. It's all wire wrapped now, and I find the crystal. Here it is. Now, the crystal's got, which is hard to see right now over here, but it's got smoky from the fires. It's kind of turned a slight yellow. And it just kind of blew me away. We've wired it up to make a piece out of it to where it's a double terminated crystal. It's a special one. But anyway, the tree was fine. So we took this crystal, we put another one there in its place, a bigger one. And but I mean, somebody told me that the reason it changed color wasn't from the heat of the fire, but because it used so much energy to protect the area and protect that tree. So, I mean, if that ain't spiritual, I don't know what is. I can't explain it. I mean, everything around it was pretty much burned up. All the trees were. So, there you go. Power of a crystal. That's the explanation. I wish I had done the video better and explained it. One day I'll show you all these crystals that she's got out there. It's quite a few. It's pretty cool. Anyway, until then, until next time. I gotta give a shout out to a fellow that pointed this out to me. That it was kind of confusing in the video, and it's Boomer breaking bread with the dead. He's an empath and a sensitive, and like once a week he does this communication with the dead, open windows to communication, I think is what it is. Anyway, interesting stuff. He also does like a daily vlog. Some good times in there, some good laughs, but also some really interesting paranormal stuff. There's a few of these people there that kind of hang out. It's pretty cool. Anyway, shout out to them, to him, for pointing this out. I hope I explained more now as to what the crystal video was about. And until then, or until next time, check you out.